EVs, what are we going to do? What are we going to do about this? Now, some of our parliamentarians are trying. They're trying what they can to convince the elected Liberal government to not go ahead with their EV mandate. And here's Arron Gun, who's a champion for other reasons. Because I gotta give him the shout out today for helping another fellow YouTuber. We can get into that later, but here he's saying $20,000 more per car and truck sold in Canada. That's how much the Liberal ban on gas-powered vehicles will cost Canadians. Today, I asked the Liberal minister how she can justify this policy. She's still trying to process her response. Of course, this is the way it is.
Mr. Speaker, after 10 years of Liberal government, Canadians are facing a cost of living crisis, and now Liberals are proposing to ban all gas-powered vehicles, including pickup trucks and SUVs, in just 10 years, a policy that will cost 38,000 Canadian jobs and drive up the price of new vehicles by $20,000 each. Conservatives believe that Canadians who drive their kids to school or to sports or themselves to work should have the freedom to choose the vehicle that's right for them and their families at a price that they can afford. Why does this Liberal government apparently disagree?
Oh, great question. The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
So what's her answer? What's her answer?
Speaker, once again, it is so shocking in a moment when our auto industry is under fire from the unjustified tariffs from the United States that we have
Orange man bad
talking down a growing industry right in our country. We are going to stand up for our auto workers. We're going to support our auto workers, and we're going to make sure that Canadians have access to a growing area for vehicles. It's actually growing globally. We're going to make sure that Canadians have access to zero-emission vehicles.
What kind of answer is that? We're going to ban other vehicles to give them access, like as if they don't have access to those vehicles. Do you think, how many of those are being made here in Canada? Anybody in the chat, tell me how many EVs are being made, manufactured, and completed in Canada. First one to answer wins. There you go. Peter from Edmonton nailing it with that one. First one of the punch. You guys are killing it. You guys are killing it. 2025, where was that? The 2029 was the prediction. Yeah, my prediction, the People's Republic of Canada. Oh, I'd like to see a republic, but maybe not the that sort of connotation. People's Republic, like communism. Not good. Not good. If you don't have a plan to leave Canada, you do not have a plan. Wow. Wow. That's something else. Wow. Yeah. A lot of people are packing up their entire provinces and taking them out of Canada altogether. Now let's get into this. So Arron Gun's right here about this whole idea of it costing way more. I don't know where they got the number $20,000. That might actually be a low ball if you think about it long run. Because what's going to happen? A ban comes in. And it's a ban. It's a ban. If you're saying 20% of all vehicles have to be electric from every manufacturer that sells in Canada, right? And then it's going to slowly creep up. It's going to get larger and larger and larger. And that's going to be the thing. Well, until it eventually is just an all-out ban on internal combustion engines, gas, diesel, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Propane, doesn't matter. They're not allowed. Not allowed to have ICE engines. That's propane is a fossil fuel. Natural gas as well. That's been a technology that's been out there. What about hydrogen? I don't know, because they still use internal combustion engines with hydrogen. So it really is a ban on gas-powered vehicles. So how does this work out? Day one. Even before day one, it's probably already starting to happen. The dealerships and because here's the thing, it's countrywide for manufacturers, right? It's countrywide for manufacturers. It's not each dealership. So each dealership doesn't have like this option of allocating only 20% of vehicles this way and not 80% this way. It's per manufacturer. So the dealerships are really screwed on this one. So they're all going to have to work in unison. You know they don't do that. They're not all owned by the same guy. They're all owned by individual entrepreneurs they buy a dealership, they sell used cars, they sell new cars, they do all this stuff, and they pay big license fees to the manufacturer that they ride under the name of. And that's a big thing. Now they're going to have these quota systems, right? So they're going to have to book in as many EV sales as possible. And here's what's going to happen. They're going to make a booking system where you book in to purchase a vehicle, and immediately all of the gas vehicles and diesel vehicles will be immediately flooded, and it will be full, and you'll be put on a waiting list to get into be on the booking to even consider purchasing and getting allotted the ability to purchase an automobile, right? And then every time they sell an EV, so they're going to be out there trying to get people to buy these EVs because they can only sell other vehicles once they've sold EVs. So, it's like for every 2, 8, so 1 in 4. So a 1 to 4 ratio. Every EV they sell, they're like, yay, we can actually fill some sales that will be over flooded and back ordered. Massively back ordered, and they legally can't sell them. So they're going to be out there peddling these EVs and forcing them on people coming in and like, I just need something. Wow, come on down here. And the car salesman techniques, and we've all heard some stories about car salesmen. There's going to be a lot of people getting into vehicles that they ought not be getting into. That's going to be a thing. Absolutely. Just a backwards concept to begin with. This is the thing. Governments come up with stupid ideas and they never think of how it's going to get implemented. This is the regulatory, compliance. So regulatory compliance looks a lot like a bunch of entrepreneurs going, how in the hell are we supposed to do this? Damn. So what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to make these wait lists. And these wait lists, because they're going to be per manufacturer, it's not per dealership, they're going to have to go on this like national scale, a national wait list. So it's not about your dealership. Oh, hopefully we sell enough EVs, we'll get to sell, I sold an EV, I get to sell 4 gas cars today. Sweet. No, it's like it's in a big pool. You sold an EV, it goes to the big pool, and then they divvy out. And they divvy it out. And if it becomes unfair, who's gonna come in? What's gonna come next? You're gonna have people lobbying the government to create this bureaucracy. And of course, the manufacturer's gonna be like, hands off, we don't want to touch it. This is money. This is time. It's money. You guys take care of it. You created these stupid rules. You make it. So what's gonna happen? They'll lobby the government. They'll say, you make the registry, and then we'll end up with a government automobile registry. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing how these things unfold, because this is the route that the government works. This is just how they work. So just looking forward to that registry. This was a clip from the Friday night live stream. It's a community event that we do every Friday at 9:30 Eastern time. That's 6:30 Pacific. If you want to watch the whole video, the link will be down in the description down below. If you want to catch it live, make sure you hit that notification bell with the subscription to the channel. It'll remind you when we go live at the time. We'll see you then. Keep on trucking.